Well, we're in Wabakimi. There's that sun. Red sky in the morning, fishermen take warning, as they say. So not taking the plane this time. Gonna take the train. And of course the train's been delayed by 2 hours. So we're gonna head out about 45 minutes to Armstrong, where I'll take the train to the Allan Water Bridge. And then I'll start on my trek. Oh, it feels so good to be out here. Barely any bugs. And like looking like good weather. Although today probably gonna run from some storms, but for the most part it should be good. Yep. Anyway. All right, man. I just landed on my stuff. They just let me off that door there. Train's going that way. Came from that way, and I'm going that way. This is Wabakimi Outfitter. This is their outfitter. I'm gonna actually go check it out. Hello, folks. So I wasn't going to shoot this campsite just because I got completely defeated by the wind. I mean, probably could do it now, but it's about 6:45. But look at the smoke. Like, I need to go that way, and it's only a mile. Like, look at the smoke, man. So I'm basically camping on the portage. My food barrel, I gotta still figure out what I'm gonna do with that. Got my chair here because it's the most amount of wind for the bugs. Put my tent over there, which it fit perfectly, thank God. And then I tarped up there because it's supposed to rain. So yeah, camp 1. Boy, my nerves got me big time. And so this is actually good because now I can sort of chillax and enjoy the trip. Anyway, that's it, day 1. Well, good morning, folks. So I haven't really been shooting today just because I had a rough start in the morning. Wasn't feeling well, but doing good now. Look at this fishing spot. Look at this. I gotta go that way. This is the Flint River. Just finished a portage. So beautiful. So I guess I need to shoot this campsite. This campsite is absolutely unbelievable. So I got my solar panels, canoes over there. You can see that. I came from over there. Like, I got these waterfalls here, you know? But look at that. And then I have my tarp here, my tent's way back there. But what I'm most amazed with is the fishing. It's 3:15, and I caught these fish, which I'm about to show you, right here in 5 minutes. Look at these bad boys. Oh yeah. I'm gonna clean those, and I'm gonna eat them right now. Anyway, that's it, signing out. Good morning, folks. So this morning I came down and cast my line in right away and missed the fish of my life. I swear to God, the fish of my life. Fought it for about 30 minutes. And then I started to try to reef on it a little more, and it's not my line. So I'm gonna take another stab at it. Hopefully we get something on video, but that was a monster. Walleye. All right, so don't know what that fish was. Must have been a pike. Its tail was like that. Was not expecting that first thing in the morning. So the plan today, excuse me, is going to be, we're going to get up to Galt Lake for sure. I've got 2 big portage, but we're going to get up to Galt Lake for sure. That is the plan. So we'll have some tricky navigating, but for the most part it should be pretty good. But I'm going to get some coffee going and breakfast, and then I'm going to get going. Grinding coffee in the morning is probably my favorite thing, as tedious as it is. Day 3, man. Day 3. There you go. Oh, so I'm on my way back for my last load. Oh, this is going to be an editing nightmare because I'm all over the map. So right now, I'm going through another section of the, where's that tree? Of the Flint River. Look at this tree. What did that? Look at that. What did that? Look, I want to say it's a moose, you know? Look at that. Yeah. Anyway. So I just wanted to give a little rundown of the first few days. Had a late start on the train, you know, which didn't help with my nerves. You know, I was nervous for this trip for a number of reasons. First 2 days, I was battling heavy nausea. Where I almost threw up. I couldn't eat. I gagged through every meal. And then, so of course, boom, my spidey senses are going. I'm convinced that it's the cancer and all of that. And it's not your, you know, it's not your typical hike in the woods, you know, you're exerting yourself. Now, going into day 3, feeling much better. I just started cholesterol medicine. I don't know if it was that, because I feel like now I was sick before I was getting here, just because I was suffering at Wabakimi Outfitters. So yeah, anyway, so yesterday was just trying to figure out what's going on, and now today, you know, it's like my paranoia, I think, is gone. I believe that this is 52-year-old exertion, typical nausea from pushing really hard. Anyway, that's it. The heck of a portage. I'm at my canoe. So beautiful portage that way. So, update. Looks like my left knee is killing me. I felt something click, so I'm hoping I just did a little tweak or something. And wouldn't you know it, I absolutely couldn't find this portage, and it's so windy, so I'm around there. My portage is over there, which means I I gotta battle that wind somehow, and I don't even know if I can do it. So I'm basically just walked the shoreline for probably a mile to see if I could find the portage so that I don't battle that wind for nothing. So yeah, man, catch up on the other side. So I'm actually sitting here right now, waiting for my stomach to settle enough so that I can eat. And for whatever reason, exertion's making me vomit. It's black fly season. Yeah, I'm going to go in the tent soon. It's my tape, is that a hole there? This suit works unbelievably. Like, not a bug. Yeah. But I'm gonna crash out soon. It's been a long day. Good morning, folks. So, knee is very sore, quite swollen. Can't really bend it or straighten it. But I've already had breakfast and stuff and packed up, as you can see. And it's starting to loosen up. So I just gotta travel smart now. I'm going that way. And there's no wind. Oh, portage, where can you be? It's over that way. Look at this, that's all pollen, man. All that green stuff, or yellowish, that's all pollen. Look how thick that is. Crazy. Supposed to be some pictographs down here. I always feel like I gotta whisper. Came from there. This was tricky to find. I made it. Holy. Came from there so far. Look at this beach. And I'm actually at the Wabakimi Outfitters. This is their outpost and it's stunning, this beach. Yeah. It's just absolutely stunning. What a day. All right, let's get set up and I gotta check my knee. Because I've never really used a GoPro before, but whew. Well, I'm gonna eat now. Oh, what a day. What a day. Like so many fish. And just so intimate and just, And I was dealing with this all day. You know, I twisted it bad, lining my canoe to the proper portage. And I thought I really messed it up. But somehow it just keeps going. This feels so good to elevate the bastard. I don't mean to gas right now, but I need to eat. My appetite kicks in, it doesn't kick in very long, so. Look at this place. I almost feel guilty for being here. Like, the crapper over there, which I'm gonna use. Look at this cabin. Got big solar panels down there. Like, this is set up. You know, there's one thing I think of when I put my knee up like this and it's my wife. and all of my wife's little tips that she always gives me that I never listen to. I'm listening to all of those tips now. Yeah, and I wish I had a bloody ice pack because I'd throw it on there, baby. Yeah. So, my dinner is ready. I'm having chicken Alfredo pasta. This is this Peak Refuel new meals that I just tried, and they're exquisite. They're so good. So I'm gonna enjoy this, and I'll catch up with you guys later. Good morning. The world's worst sleep, throbbing knee syndrome. Day 5. Just a mere 6 portages today. But I think today's the last portage heavy day. So let's get going. Breakfast. Got my coffee. All done with the little cooker. I love that thing. Getting some last minute elevating of the leg. I'm early today, so it's like I think I'll probably get on the water by 8 o'clock. And then we'll hustle. Day 5. Well, it is 8 a.m. and I'm leaving camp 4 and I'm heading out on day 5. Catch up on the other side. So we are kicking ass today. Just finished an 800. This is the longest one. This is a 1350. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to carry my food barrel there. I'm going to bring back a little thing of food and I'm going to have lunch. And then we'll carry the yellow bag. Check this out. It's pretty freaking cool. And there's a little fire pit here so I can boil water. Anyway, that's it. Catch up on the other side. Oh. That's 3 of 5 of the 1350. And the 1,000 was before that. 800 or 1,000. I'm going to say 1,000. Of course, it's 1,000. I'm exhausted. I just got to go back for the canoe, man. And then I just have 2 more portages. Yeah. We're on a final carry. Oh, so I made a mistake. It's actually 3. That's my view. 3 more portages. God, it feels good to lay down on the ground to rest. Ooh. All right, here we go. It's 20 to 10. Look how light it is still. So there's a few bugs, but they're not biting me for some reason. I'm actually sitting here waiting for. So, today I pushed myself like a full blast. No major hiccups other than incredible fatigue, like laying on the ground and all that. I'm having a hard time talking. I'm so tired. Wow. What a day. Ooh, what a day. I can't believe it. I can't believe I made it here. Yeah. Wow. Oh, to be a young man. It is 10:15 and it is still light out. You just cover so much distance. If, you run out of gas. Cheers. What a day. Oh, good morning. Just doing a dummy check. Apparently this place, this campsite, when they're bloom is ridiculous for blueberries. Yeah, nothing. Check my tent area. Right here. So today won't be as intense. Caught a couple of liftovers. which I would think those are probably beaver dams. And the knee is doing great today. It's because I managed to get through all of yesterday without twisting it. So this is day 6. I'm heading that way. I plan to do lots of fishing. Of course, my GoPro is not working the way I'd like it to. I'm forced to be on my phone. Check this out, man. Came from over there. This takes us into Jeep Lake, which is this guy. Yep. What a beautiful day. A lot easier than yesterday. Hey, I wonder why there's no bugs. Look at the dragonflies. Look at this spot, guys. My God. Okay, I'm all the way down this little creek forever. Windy. And it led me to a portage and to a campsite where I'm gonna have some lunch. Oh, this is just incredible. So I'm about to make the jump into Brennan Lake. It's just epic everywhere. I'm gonna have lunch here. Can you believe that? So look at how it's all marked. Just a bunch of loose poop. Yep. Look at how it's all marked. Okay, so this is the portage. Right? I parked up there, but should have looked for this, because that's the marking. Super cool. I'll bring my canoe down here. So I had a really hard time for some reason navigating through Brennan Lake, all of the little rocky areas, islands everywhere, and there was an immense wind. So just constantly power, and the GPS, for whatever reason, whatever setting I have it on, it's showing very, very little detail. So I've been navigating most of this trip with Bruce's maps. So when I took my wrong turn today and messaged, hey Bruce, I think I'm in, how's this? Is this the right direction now? He sent back in capitals. I thought, what is it? What did he say? What does it mean when I tell you not to go north? He says, you need to get back to the northern, or south. You need to get back to the northern route. And I had just gone down a class 1. I'd gone down another one. And then so I'm thinking, how am I going to paddle back up there? He says, you need to get back up there. So I'm like, okay. So when I battle the current, make it to a portage. Like, oh man, so many times I almost gave up and the current would have just, but I just kept going. Ah! And then I finally get up. Good morning. Day 7, I think. Getting unlost. By the direction Bruce is sending me, I think we're bypassing everything. I think my beard is grayer since I've been out here, man. I gotta brush my teeth too. Holy shit. Fuck, I almost went down some bad shit yesterday. Oh my God. Oh, a little fogged up. Hello, folks. Here's a little update. I'm actually under my canoe right now on a 220-meter portage because it's torrential rain. So I got out of that mess, and I was correct. I went. So when I made my mistake yesterday, I went right instead of left. And so this morning I just stayed left and then got through no problem. So yeah, we're into some rain. So what I think I'm going to do, because it's like lunchtime, but it's pouring, is I might just cliff bar it. I have a 90-meter coming up, but then at the end of this lake is a campsite where I was originally going to stay. So if I can make that, that would be great. But I'm okay, man. Might put a base layer on when I get over to the end of this portage, but other than that, I'm okay. right. Okay, so water. It's like you're in your own little cabin here, eh? 1/3 of a cup. So I don't know. It was a mystery. As my brother knows, mine often ends up very soupy. The one thing I love about Wabakimi, it was moments before, it was the apocalypse, raining, holy crap, I'm freezing, borderline hypothermia. And now, trying out all my stuff, I'm literally here in my long johns and no shirt, on a chair smoking a cigar, charging my stuff. Got my tent over there. Got some stuff over there drying. And then I'm gonna go out there and paddle a little later, in about an hour, to get me a pickerel feast. Good morning. I hate this selfie view, but I don't have it in me right now to set up the GoPro. But day 8. So 2 years ago, I made an attempt at Wabakimi and had to get flown out because my feet were so bad. And when I injured my knee, I thought, here we go again. But the knee is slowly recovering. We're still going to take it super easy, but that knee is slowly recovering. So you know, I don't have an end time to get out of here, but I do, right? So I need to be back for June 15th, which is my daughter's birthday, Renly. And so I think if all goes well, and I can paddle out of here in 5 days, but when you look at the map, you're like, ah. But if I can paddle out of here in 5 days and get picked up at the 11 a.m. pickup time, you know, shuttle back, get rid of the stuff. Say I'm on the road driving by 2 o'clock. After 8. Oh yeah. Good morning, folks. Today is day 9 and we're windbound. Wabakimi Lake is a big lake, so we're windbound, and I'll be honest, my legs are pretty sore, my shoulders, everything. That was a hell of a push yesterday, you know. So a little rest is not the end of the world for me. And then I got a little cabin going here, which is super cool. So gratifying grinding my coffee in the morning. I know it's so much work, but I don't know what it is. It's just so bloody awesome. Yeah. That's good. Still windy. But this works. You can have a little cooker going. I'm gonna try to fish from shore, but I know it's probably a fail. Because if I am bound here, I need a bunch of fish today. Seeing as how I'm down, I think I'm short one meal. But I'm supposed to go through a spot that on the map it says spectacular fishing. So I'll set up the GoPro and hopefully catch some of that. And I also want to try to get some canoe footage. GoPro, stop recording. Windbound. So this is funny. So I'm actually on my way to wander around for two things. One, find a good spot for this. Two is birch bark. And I was thinking, you know, when you're in these places doing this kind of stuff, it's just so much fun to just wander around doing this kind of, you know, like I'm on the mission to look for birch bark. Got a place to, you know, do my thing. Yeah, anyway, there seems to be trails all over this island. So if I'm windbound here all day, I intend to explore this, but I also tend to rest. So my legs are actually really sore. Hello, folks. Haven't checked in a little bit, but, well, yesterday I did on GoPro and stuff, but obviously I got off that island. Today is day 10. This is the Brennan Falls. This is my last big obstacle. I have no more portages today. Look at that bird. Yeah. I go that way, hang a right, and I'm now heading south on Smooth Rock on my way home. Holy shit! Anyway, that's it. That, folks, right there, that is a burn. I'm on Smooth Rock Lake. That's the first one I've ever seen. Heading that way. The beauty is tomorrow, no wind, but cold. So I'll be able to just cruise along. Almost home. Freezing out here, but check this out, my little design, man. Like, it's so cozy in there, man. I know. I'm gonna go in and make coffee. That way tomorrow. Some tricky navigation, so I hold the pin. Look how windy, man. And I'm fully exposed here, but I couldn't keep going. It was too windy. It kept spinning me. But check this out. Oh, I love this about having good stuff. Got my tent set there, drying my stuff, and I got my little cubby. Look at that. I'm gonna sit right there. Ah. Made it. Camp 10, aka Spaghetti Island. Anyway, I get out onto Smooth Rock, encounter this incredibly awesome tailwind, and it starts to slowly intensify. But it's right behind me, so I can surf it, I can angle. So then as I start passing islands and stuff, then other waves and wind starts clobbering me. So, make a long story short, I was gonna camp over there. I was gonna camp way the hell up there. But the wind just, I rode the wind, man. I made so much distance. It was ridiculous. Look at all the sticks and stuff. Ooh, first coffee of the day. Oh, spillage. Too fast. Oh. And so I love having whiskey in my coffee sometimes. And this is the first time I actually do it. This is on day 10. because I'm having coffee at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Ooh. I'm trying to spill the coffee in my lap. Oh, and also, that's the first hot thing I have today. Let's top that off with, say, a Romeo and Juliet cigar. Oh my goodness, today was intense. Holy, just started out so easy. Ouch. You know, it's gonna be an easy day. We'll just ride this tailwind, and then before you know it, it's like, holy Jesus. You know, you can hear it out there, like it's intense. And I'm having a coffee and a cigar, and I'm not in the wind at all. Now, here's the thing. It's gonna be cold tonight. It's supposed to go down to 2 degrees, so she's gonna be chilly willy. Right. I don't know how these trips are to everyone else, but I feel so I'm exhausted. Every fiber of my being is sore. Everything is sore. But I feel refreshed. I feel revived. I feel alive. Man. I highly recommend it. Be safe, man. Be safe. Make sure you got your shit. Make sure you know what you're doing. Because I made some big mistakes this trip, man. Big ones. You know, just careless. And I think part of these trips for me, it's like a battle against myself, you know. I suffer from impatience. It's my biggest flaw and my greatest gift, because it motivates me to really get stuff done. But patience with this kind of stuff. Wait for the wind. Wait, you know, for the certain timing to get up and get going, and when to move that stuff, when not to move that stuff, you know. That's how these old timers do it. Like, yeah. Anyway, here's to Camp 10. Having an excellent time. Tomorrow's my last full day, so I'm hoping to get to Tamarack Lake, and there's lake trout in there. And then it's the next day on the Friday, then it's a quick paddle to my pickup. Cheers. What another day. Day 10. What a day. I basically surfed all of Smooth Rock. I flew down that lake, and then it got dangerous and I had to get off. And where did I happen to get off? Is at Spaghetti Island. And what's funny is I wasn't quite sure it was Spaghetti Island, and then I looked, there's a sign, Spaghetti. Oh, I love this place, man. Just so... Oh. Anyway, day 10, complete. Good night, and tomorrow is day 11. Good morning, folks. Today is Thursday, which is day 11. She's chilly this morning, man. Chilly willy. So, gonna get packed up. It's slow this morning, went a long way. I'm very sore, very tired. We got about 20K to do today. 2 portages, shitload of paddling, and some tricky navigating here off the top. And I thought it would be glass, and it isn't. It's a little breezy, but because I got to paddle like northeast at some point into this weird little inlet. So anyway, making some breakfast, making some gabby. We'll get out of here. All right. Spaghetti Island, about 8 kilometers to the mouth. Let's go. Sit. Look at this guy. I think it's an adolescent. Wow. Get bigger. Wow. GoPro, stop recording. So, my final camp spot, Camp 10. Put my glasses on, I can't see. It's way over there. And it looks right there. That palace of rock. Bertha. This is day 12. How old this put in is, man. Because it's pretty wicked. I might even keep my feet dry today. Which would be alright. It's weird out here, you don't mind. No. We're not going that way. We're going. May sound, but you'd swear that it was a specific direction. What a morning. Literally on the home stretch. I think it's around that point. Apparently boats. So this is a drop off for the train. That's what. I just called to say I love you. I just called to say I really care. Oh, I just called to say I love you, Ruth, Remy, and Michael, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Oh, I just called to say I love you. I just called to say I really care. Oh, I just called to say I love you, Ruth, Remy, and Michael, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. See you guys soon. That concludes over 145 kilometers of paddling, over 50 kilometers of walking, carrying all my stuff, 12 days, 11 nights. I feel fantastic. I don't want to get too philosophical here, but the land heals. How I felt going in and how I feel now is, I feel like I got my superpowers back. So 400 meter portage left to the ride. Wabakimi 2025. There's my ride. Yep, here's Bruce.